Good morning. I'm going to make a presentation on the business school of our university. Actually, excellent points have been made by the different speakers in the morning. Several of them are what they are practicing now. So the future of management education, I'm going to link it to what we are doing. I think that's most important. The ICFI group, the genesis of ICFI group is by this gentleman, Mr. Yashasvi, a professor of finance at IIM Ahmedabad earlier and at the Administrative Staff College of India. Now, he has set up 11 universities in the country and 6 standalone business schools in the major cities in the country. And the intake is around 2,500 students by these business schools. And they don't award MBA degree, just postgraduate program in management, and they survive because of the quality. That's what I want to emphasize. Not just because they give the MBA degree. No, they're not part of any university. But I'm going to talk about the one which is located in Hyderabad, the ICFI Foundation for Higher Education. It's a deemed to be university under Section 3 of the UGC Act 1956, and it has got A+ grade by NAC, and also it is accredited by NIRF. And it is SACS accredited and AACSB accreditation. We started the process in the year 2013, and now we are almost at the fag end. In January, the PRT is going to visit, and we hope to get the AACSB accreditation by early 2020. The chancellor of the university is known to everyone in this room, Dr. C. Rangarajan, and a fine economist and a distinguished gentleman. The profile of the business school: we have MBA, Executive MBA, BA, BBA, BA Economics we started last year because you need to have a strong economics department for a good business school. This is my belief. So we have started, and it's different from the conventional universities. It tries to integrate economics with other social sciences. It tries to integrate economics with mathematics and statistics. And it's also, there is a thesis part, and it's in a way, to be very brief, it is distinct from other universities in the country. It's an excellent program. Student strength are around 4,700, and faculty strength. Last five years, publications in Scopus and ABDC journals were 565. This is very important. Publications are important, but what is even equally important is the quality of the publication, the impact, etc. So we go by Scopus and ABDC, either A, B, or C. Number of PhDs produced, 70. I'll come back to that later because that's a very important point. Now, case approach has been stressed by Professor Anil D'Souza and several others. We started this about 20 years ago, and it has produced 6,500 case studies, and have been used at more than 1,000 institutions across 90 countries in the world. Then more than 100 AACSB accredited schools regularly use these cases. Out of 600 to 700 AACSB accreditations in the world, about 100 use the cases which are produced here in this university in Hyderabad, including INSEAD in Paris, Columbia, New York, California, Johns Hopkins, London Business School, Oxford, Cambridge, HC Montreal, and SDA Bookman. What are the best practices? I will go to best practices and conclude on the future of management of education. Because we have to do what you are doing now to say that what should be the future of management education. Business School is the 3rd largest provider of cases to the Case Center, the world's largest repository, next only to Harvard and INSEAD. And the Case Center is located in UK. The director of the Case Center was here on Friday to give the NJSSC Memorial Lecture. The cases developed at IBS regularly feature in international textbooks written by renowned authors and top publishers such as McGraw-Hill, Pearson, and Routledge. The cases won more than 100 awards, including EFMD and others. Best practices, socially relevant curriculum, and student-centric teaching. That is the most important part. Soft skills and life skills, summer internship program, and student clubs to get that collegiality. Several student clubs are there. That is for the students, of the students, and by the students. Another point which is missing in this is the PhD program. This is, I did my PhD in Canada. And one thing I found lacking in the Indian system was the rigorous coursework which is required. You see, the student is not ready to take up the thesis. So we have decided to have a rigorous coursework of 8 courses is spread over 2 semesters. And after he successfully completes these courses, then there is what is known as a PhD qualifying examination. And then after the PhD qualifying examination, the qualifying examination is a passport. Yes, are you ready to go for writing the thesis or not? Have you got a sound background in research methodology and the domain knowledge? It may be either finance or marketing, HR or operations or in economics. So, and after that, you see, after the coursework, they take up seminars, they have some idea of the thesis. We have got what is known as a visiting scholar program, where a student can spend a semester abroad with the universities with which the ICFA has signed MOU, and that year abroad helps them a lot. That getting exposure to teaching and research in an international context is a great asset to the student in terms of his confidence, etc. And after coming back from abroad, he prepares his proposal. There is a screening committee which defends, which examines whether the proposal has come up to the mark or not. Then, if the screening committee clears, we can take up the student works on the thesis and completes his degree. Now, what is the future of management education? The future of management education is, first, develop centers of excellence. This is very important. You see, centers of excellence, it has to be center, for example, Center for Banking and Finance. It could go into what is a non-performing assets. We have a seminar on November 29 on non-performing assets in the country. What are the remedial measures? You see, it's a huge problem. So we have a Center for Banking and Finance which look into it. Similarly, we can think of Center for Brand Management, Center for Business Analytics. These are important areas. So Center for Excellence, these are not physical spaces. These are intellectual spaces wherein 2 or 3 professors get together and prepare and guide and work on research resulting in good quality papers in that focused area. And research PhD thesis can be developed in those areas. So that centers of excellence is very important for the future of management education. Number 2, case research. To bring, this is the main idea, is to bring latest changes in business quickly into the classroom. In the executive education also case approach is technology driven. This is very important. The earlier speakers have mentioned. Focus will be on continuous learning with the help of technology. Analytics is redefining business insights. FinTech is the future. Managers must develop the orientation of a technocrat to bring innovations. Lastly, managers as agents of change must embrace technology and integrate it with human resources and leadership strategies. Number 4, inculcating the culture of research. It is not just PhD research. It is not just research by the faculty. We got to bring in the culture of research at the undergraduate and the postgraduate levels. And that we need through term papers, through projects, through summer internship programs, etc. Number 5, internationalization is extremely important. It's not just a 1 semester PhD student spending abroad. We have to think in terms of internationalization at the undergraduate level, internationalization at the graduate level. As Mr. D'Souza, Professor D'Souza said, our MBA students can spend a semester abroad in a foreign university, say up to, in a university up to rank of 500 or something like in the world rankings. And similarly, at the BBA level, it's a 3-year program, but a semester abroad, is helpful. It changes the outlook. That exposure to learning, that exposure to international environment helps them a better student. Number 6, innovation and entrepreneurship. Almost all the speakers earlier, Mr. Batra, Professor D'Souza, have spoken about innovation and entrepreneurship. We have got what is known as a Center for Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Incubation. We are giving a lot of priority, and we are from Ministry of Human Resource Development has given us status 2.0 for this innovation center. And sustainability requirements will force companies to innovate and change their business models to adapt to the market demand. Now, deferred placements was mentioned by attending has been referred to by one of the 3 speakers earlier. We are thinking of deferred placements so that somebody wants to go for entrepreneurship, we can give them the opportunity. Maybe for a year or 2, if he succeeds, well and good. Otherwise, we can come back and then we can entertain him, we can provide him jobs, provide him opportunity for placements. Then defer internships with startups. This was also mentioned by one of the speakers in the earlier inaugural program. Internship with startups, we are seriously thinking about. Courses and workshops on entrepreneurship. That's very important. And the last slide is industry collaboration. To enable industry collaboration, what we have to do as management educators is to give confidence to the industry that our job is not providing employment to the students so that the industry absorbs. Our job is to bring in confidence in the industry that our faculty can solve the problems of the industry. That type of attitude should come into the industry, and they say, yes, we should go to the business schools for getting their problem. Now, the last point again has been spoken by almost all the speakers in the first session was responsible leaders. Now, the responsible leaders in the management institutes and in the industry is important, and this has to be done through case studies and through guest lectures on the Indian culture, ethos, and etc. So this is extremely important. So these are the issues which I thought I should mention, the practices we are having, and what it means for the future of management education. Thank you very much.